Hey, my name is Samuel Smith, and this is Learning with AI. Get ready, because this is super, super exciting. So, I'm going to give you guys a quick demo of the software, of the AI, the conversations back and forth, a lot of the features that we built out for the users that we have, and what opportunities there are to grow it. It's really, really exciting. And so, we spent about 2 years building this, and I founded it on the day after ChatGPT was released. I asked ChatGPT, hey, how do I sell yourself and add a bunch of other stuff to it? And then I was like, oh, this is just super easy. It was not super easy. Turns out it takes a lot more to build an app than you might think. So that's what's really cool with this is you get to build an entire app with the entire thing is already done, working. We've got users and features all working, and we've built in functionality, and we built out analytics at every single step. So we know which of these projects are all being clicked. We know which things are most interested. We know how many conversations each person is having each day. We log all of the conversations. So you have a ton of data on what people are asking so that you can use that to roll out new features. And you're like, oh, I don't want to go read all that. Great, we've got an AI that can go in and read all of those and suggest different projects or different things or features to roll out based on the actual questions that users are asking. So you don't have to pay Billy Bob $10 an hour to go through and search, right? So that's super exciting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and actually jump into the conversation. So let's say I want to have Sensei tutor me, okay? So Sensei is the name of the main AI in our app. And actually, before I go into that, let me go back. Let me just show you the difference between the free features and the paid features, right? So what we do is we have a paywall at 25 questions a month for the free. And they can generate 5 images with one of the top open source image generation methods out there. And they can chat with a maximum of 3 different avatars, and this rolls over each month. Now, what's really cool is as soon as you get to big brain mode, you get unlimited questions, unlimited avatars. But what's really exciting are some of these features here. So infinite memory is literally a big brain. So we created a personalized embeddings model for each individual user so that we're able to save the context of all of the conversations and build a personalized profile of how each person learns, what they know, so that it's able to actually personalize to the user and the student over time. This is like wild because we've got an architecture where we have a second ChatGPT looking at all of the conversations, looking at the profile of what we have on the person, looking at the embeddings model. It's like, hey, is this new information that we have on this user? If so, and if it seems important, then what we're going to do is like, okay, this person is a 16-year-old student working, living in College Station, Texas, and they're interested in AI, they're interested in software, they're interested in water polo, right? We can add those in and then pass that as context in the back end. So every single new conversation that's had has more context than the previous one. So this is crazy stuff that you can do to have a tutor that really learns with you over time. All right, without further ado, let's just jump in. And let's say I want to have it tutor me. So Sensei is the main person in here. So let's say I want to, you see what you're asking about quantum physics, explain calculus to me as Shrek. Okay, there's some ideas in here. You can do whatever you want. All right, let's give this a try. Imagine Shrek, the lovable ogre, trying to explain calculus. Now, Shrek lives in a swamp, and one day he noticed the water level is rising. He wants to figure out how quickly the water level is rising. And calculus uses the concept of derivatives. It goes into it. Super cool, right? What would Donkey have to say about that? And you can have all sorts of fun conversations, works back and forth, but it asks questions at the end of each interaction to pull the user into using it more and asking more questions and actually learning. So it's a very, very cool system. It's not just spitting out the answer each time. Let's say, okay, I'm kind of done with Sensei. Let's say I want to talk with Elon Musk. And here's the really cool, another feature we have in here is avatars. So if you look at avatars, we have Elon Musk, you got Taylor Swift, you got Albert Einstein, my boyfriend, Barbie, Jesus. If you want to talk to Jesus, you can talk to a cat if you want. And what's cool is we got about 300 that were programmatically created here. And let's say I don't like any of those. I can create my own avatar. So I can say, hey, I want to create Billy Bob. And that is not how I spell Billy. Billy Bob, intro, message, personality, text. So you can do all of this stuff. You can actually add in some more details here. And this is the functionality, if you realize, from Character AI, which has 20 plus million users last time I counted. And they have like 20-minute long user sessions, average user time, which is just wild, right? So what we did is we found the top competitors in the space. We found the features that they had that were the most sticky. We reverse engineered them and made them better. And we put them all in together into one. And then we gave more usage for less cost so that we could have a better product than the other person. Okay. Cool. Let's just go back to the conversation here. We were in chat with an avatar. Okay. So let's say we want to talk with, I think it was on Twitter. Oh, well. Okay. So let's say I want to talk with Elon Musk. Okay. Let's say talk with Elon. Why do you like Mars so much? And then we just wait. And then Mars talks about all the stuff he's really wanting to create a multiplanetary home. Super cool, right? You can have a conversation with Elon Musk. And Elon Musk can help you with your math homework. That's crazy, right? So another thing here, you can copy the thing and you can use it somewhere else. But what's really exciting is the share button here. So what I can do is I can take all of these previous conversations, so I can select them all, I can select a few, and then I can click share. So what share does is it pretty much takes the entire the conversation, exports it to another personal link. So that personal link has shows all the scrollable conversations, which is super cool. So I can say, hey, classmate Lily, guess what? I had a super cool conversation with Elon Musk who taught me how to do this math homework. I know you're curious on how to do this assignment too. Here, check this out. It's like, oh, super cool. I send that to them. She opens it and it has the conversation like, oh, this is really cool. On the very bottom, guess what? You got a CTA, call to action. Hey, try for free. I click try for free and it has the user's affiliate code or referral code as part of that sign up process, which means that for every 3 people that a user brings on, they get a free month of Big Brain Mode, which is super, super cool. And it incentivizes people to share. Like if you get viral sharing loops, you're going to have a lot more engagement and more people coming in, right? So we built all of that into the system. So let's say we go back to Launchpad. I'm kind of over chatting with Elon. Let's say I really need to write and edit an essay. So if you look here, we're still talking to Elon Musk. Let's say we want to go back with Sensei here. Okay, so let's say that I really want to have, we built a really cool system here to where you can have really help craft the output and the styling of the writing as opposed to just saying, hey, write this, right? Because you can kind of tell when AI is written by AI. So what we have here is, hey, I want you to write, because I'm in high school, so I want you to write as if you're a high school student. I want you to have a persuasive tone. I want you to respond in 3 paragraphs. And I want the persona to be, you can have a persona as a time traveler, as a mad scientist, comedian, the Godfather, or another. I'll just leave that empty, but it's a lot of fun because you can see a dragon try to write something. So let's say, write an essay about Alexander Hamilton. And it's going to take all of this context and all of these factors, and it's going to help you write an essay already. Bam. Alexander Hamilton, Unwavering Determination, and this high school persuasive essay. So if you see, it goes through and it does it. Super cool. I can share this. I can copy it, use it for whatever, and then bada bing, bada boom. You're good to go. So yeah, I think that pretty much does it for most of the features. I mean, we got another really cool thing here where if someone needs support, I can just send a message directly to support, or we can send feedback, ideas, features, anything like that directly to the founder's phone. It doesn't have to go to the founder's phone if you don't want to. But that's a really great way to have user feedback instantaneously. And we have a Discord group with everyone. We've also got a profile page where you've got your referral link I was referring to. You can update your billing, which is hosted on Stripe. And yeah, so I think that's about everything. So Thank you so much. Let me know if you got any questions, but this is a super exciting project that I've spent 2 years working on. The main reason that I'm selling this is just because in typical entrepreneur fashion, I've taken on way too many things at the same time. And so I built this at the same time as running another business for 6 years, which is my AI company called The Follow-Up Agency, which is like a B2B marketing company. And then I was finishing up my senior year of college in computer science. Oh, and by the way, I had a newborn in my capstone semester. So this decided to take a little bit of a seat to the back burner. Um, but I know that this has such a tremendous opportunity to grow. We were spending about $2,000 a month on our different marketing efforts, which if you haven't looked at that, check it out, because there's some crazy stuff that we have on the marketing side, between sending out tens of thousands of DMs per day. We have a proprietary database of over 100 million programmatic SEO questions that users or students will ask for help with their homework. We've got a ton of different domains. We've got some crazy stuff. We've got proprietary database of people that are searching for certain key terms on Google. The day that they search it comes into a data feed that we're able to reach out to those people through ads, through texting, through emailing. Oh, by the way, we just happen to have built a compliant cold SMS system that's a part of this. So there's a whole lot of things that we built. And I just really, after tuning into it and praying about it, I really felt that I was being led to step away from this and really focus on the follow-up agency, focus on being a father for my son Sage. And so I really look forward to giving this to the next people that can bring it on and grow it to be so much bigger than I could. So thank you so much for your questions. And let me know if there's any way I can help. I'm also totally open to staying on in a consultant type role and helping with the transition so that you guys can learn how to use it and implement the lead generation methods. I paused it just because it's overhead, and if I'm not putting energy into it, don't want to just be pouring money down the drain. So so the stuff's paused, but it can be very easily turned back on as soon as the right person says yes. So anyway, that's everything. Thanks so much. And by the way, let me just show you the main website here, which is pretty cool, if I do say so myself. So it's got the whole space theme going. And if you didn't know, our first ever user was actually an astronaut, which is super cool. This is Dr. Cyan Proctor. She was on the Inspiration 4 mission with SpaceX. And yeah, it was super cool. It just so happened to be a match made in heaven. And she's become our brand ambassador, which is all part of the thing. So anyway, that's everything. Thanks so much. And let me know if you got any questions and hit me up. All right. Thanks. Bye.